guys, and welcome back. Today I am doing another video for my Fall Makeup Friday series. Hopefully it comes out on a Friday, but I'm going to be testing out a bunch of Focallure makeup. They did send me these products to try out. This video is sponsored by Focallure. I have tried them in the past and I've really enjoyed the products that I have tried from them. So I'm really excited to test out some of these new gems for you guys. I will leave all the information down below. I'm not sure if I actually do have a discount code, but if I do, I will leave that all in the description bar below so you can check them out. But thank you again to Focallure for sponsoring this video, and let's just go ahead and get started. I look rough today. I also have this lovely welt right there, but I'm going to start by priming my skin with my primer from e.l.f. This is their Poreless Putty Primer. I also got a haircut yesterday. My friend Erin cuts and dyes my hair, but I didn't get it dyed this time. I just got it trimmed and she added some more layers in the front. It feels so much better. Like, it feels so much fresher. I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation first. I was debating doing eyes first, but I figured let's just do the foundation so we get the bulk of this video done in time. I'm going to be using my NYX Born to Glow. This is in the shade Nude. I haven't worn foundation in a long time, so it's got to feel real weird, and I'll probably want to take it off as soon as I apply it. But I love this foundation because the finish is so beautiful and glowy and dewy, but the coverage is still really good as well, and the color match is like exact for me. It has the best undertone. If you have more of like a yellow olivey undertone or even like a neutral olive undertone, this color Nude is such a good shade. I might have to take a break midway through this video to go downstairs and take my laundry out of the dryer. I kind of timed this poorly and I got a bit delayed. I'm just gonna use my L'Oreal concealer under my eyes. I don't think I really need to add too much concealer elsewhere because the foundation has such good coverage. I'll just add a little bit around my mouth area and in between my brows as well. And then the eyes, of course, because of those dark circles. Odd to see my skin fully covered. Like, I look so ghostly when I have it fully covered. I finished my Rimmel powder, so I'm trying to now use up my Wet n Wild powder, which I haven't used in forever. It's probably so old, it's probably actually not safe to use, but I'm gonna use it to set my foundation today. This is the next one on my list to finish up. This one is in the shade Warm Light. It's an okay powder. It's not like my favorite, but it's just been sitting in my drawer waiting to be used up, and I got pretty far and then I stopped, so might as well. And then for bronzer, I'm going to actually take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Bronzer. Oh, I forgot how strong this one smells. Like, it's very coconutty. I feel like it's almost too strong. For blush, I'm actually going to take the Focallure Sun Kissed blush. This is their monochromatic blush duo in the shade Sun Kissed. It's such a cute little package duo, and this is what it looks like on the inside. It is very mauve, I think. Mauve and rosy tend to be my favorite shades. I'll just give you guys a couple swatches. Oh, they feel really soft. I haven't used this yet, but it gives you one matte and one shimmer. Oh, they're smooth. They feel really good. I feel like I'm going to mix the two. Normally I would go in with a matte, but I think I want to go in with both of them today, like do a bit of both. They look and feel really nice, super soft, creamy type blushes. So I'm gonna actually just go in with the matte shade first. I feel like they're quite pigmented, so I'm gonna use as little as I can to start. I tend to go too heavy-handed with blush always. I'm just gonna apply this one on the apples of my cheeks and blend them outwards and upwards. It is nice. It feels really, oh god, that's too much. It feels really soft. It's been pretty easy to blend. It is pigmented though, so I recommend going in with a lighter touch, definitely dusting off the excess before you go in. But it is a really nice blush for the winter. I feel like it's the perfect shade. It's like a rosy, soft, rosy pink. It also just dusts a little bit on my chin and up down my nose as well. But that is the matte shade. It's really nice. I don't feel like it's anything super special, but maybe once we add the shimmer shade on top, I might like it a bit more. Like, it is a nice blush. It blended out really easily. I liked the pigmentation of it. Just have to be a little bit careful if you're heavy-handed like I am. I want to dip into the metallic shade and add a little bit as well. Try keep it a little higher so it's more like a highlighter. I don't wear highlighters anymore, but I feel like because this is part of a blush duo, it'll be okay. Okay, I just applied the metallic shade on top, and I really like the way that my skin looks now. I feel like it definitely added to the blush to have the metallic shade mixed on top. I am going to have to run down and get my laundry, so I'm gonna go do that right now. But then I will come back and we will try out the eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 different ones. I'll probably just use one in today's video, but we will try them out and finish up the look. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna spritz my face with the NYX Bear With Me setting spray. Now I'm going to apply some eyeshadow primer, which is just my Milani eyeshadow primer. Way too much just came out of the tube. I've just gotten into the habit when I'm doing like a full eyeshadow look to apply primer underneath no matter what eyeshadows I'm using. I don't know why, but I just started getting into that. So I do have 2 palette options. They sent me their Paris palette, which I do kind of want to use, but they also sent me their Sweet as Honey palette. This is what Sweet as Honey looks like. I don't know. Maybe I will use Sweet as Honey in a future video because I feel like I could do some Christmassy looks with this one, and I might use Paris in today's video. They all feel really soft and buttery. Some of the shimmery, glittery shades are a little bit rougher in texture, like more sandy, like these 2 particularly, and maybe these 2 as well, the green and this kind of corally shade. But the mattes feel really, really soft. The yellow matte, like the mustard shade, is super intense, like way more pigmented and intense than I thought. These swatches are not doing it justice, I don't think. I actually like how soft and shimmery the palette is. I think that's kind of different and special to find at a drugstore price. I don't know what colors I want to use, but we'll probably do something kind of neutral, nothing too intense, because I think I'm going to go to the movies tonight and I don't want to go in with like a full look. And I'll include some swatches at the end of the Sweet as Honey palette. I'm going to start by just setting my eyeshadow primer with this shade. It is called Versailles. I'm going to just use this kind of all over the lid area. And then I'm going to go in with, it's just called Elysee. But I like how some of the shades have little imprints in them. It's kind of a nice touch. They are kind of powdery though. At least these 2 mattes that I have been trying out are a little bit powdery. I'm kind of nervous about fallout. Now that I think about it, I probably should have done the eyes first. Oh well. Just using my brushes from Beige Cosmetics. I'm washing my usual brushes. Well, I'm supposed to wash. I've moved them off my makeup desk so I will remember to wash them, but they're just sitting over on my cabinet. I gotta do that this week. I'm so bad at washing my brushes. It's just a task that I hate thinking about and I hate doing. Like once I'm started, it's okay, but I just hate like the lead up to thinking you have to wash your brushes. I think I'm gonna go in maybe with a bit of Eiffel Tower as well, which is kind of this soft brown shade. It's a little bit warmer than and deeper than Elysee. Oh, these are powdery. The mattes are powdery, at least in the actual pan. There's a lot of powder, but I actually don't think I see any powder on my face, which is good. I only have all this glitter in my hair. I wonder if I like blew some of the swatch onto my hair. I think I'm gonna go in with a shimmery shade because we gotta test them out. So I know I'm gonna love Monet because I love these kind of marble shades that Focallure has. I'm gonna go in with Luxembourg right here, just a flat shader brush. This one is like a shimmer shade that feels soft. It's not kind of scratchy like some of the glittery shades. Oh, it's beautiful though. It has such a nice reflective light to it. It is tricky though, with such a pale color story, it's going to be hard to create deeper looks or more dramatic looks. More like a one-dimensional palette. Like I don't know how many looks I can create with it because it is kind of, the shades are all almost the same. Kind of why I'm excited about the Sweet as Honey palette, because I feel like that one will add some more variety and I can create more deeper, more dramatic looks. I'm going to go in with Chateau, which is this one right here. It's the deepest matte we have. So I'm going to do my best to build up the outer corner. So far, all the shades are blending out really nicely. I'm not having any troubles with the matte or the shimmer shade that I used. So far, the shades that I've used are really nice and soft and easy to work with. And I like the pigmentation as well. I tend to prefer shades that are less pigmented and just easier to blend, because when I go in with something that's too pigmented, I struggle a lot toning things down. So I really like how this one is a bit more like softer. I'm gonna add a little bit of Bastille to the look as well. It is a shimmer shade, but because it's deep, I kind of want to add it to the outer corner just a little bit, like close to the lash line, because I feel like I need something more chocolatey and brown in that outer corner. And it's shimmery, but it doesn't seem to be too hard to build up. I'm going to take just that same fluffier brush we were using originally with no extra product. I'm just going to blend, soften the edges here. I'm going to add Monet with my finger, and I'm just going to use it to tap it on. I think these marble shades are the best, or work best when you apply them with your finger. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this glitter to the lid, just on top of where we applied Luxembourg. And a little bit in the inner corner as well. They're just so, the glitters are just so pretty from Focallure. I don't know how they did it, but it's amazing and I love it. I'm going to just add some shadows to the lower lash line. I'm going to start by taking Elise with that little outer corner brush I was using. Just gonna blend it in softly, lightly, so it's not too heavy down there. I'm going to take a bit of Chateau as well, really lightly, because I don't want to add too, it's a bit of a redder or more red plummy shade, so I don't want to add too much redness to the lower lash line, otherwise I look tired or sick. Then I think I'm going to take a bit of a Bastille as well and add it to the outer corner just to add some deepness to kind of mimic the upper lid. Okay, I love this palette. No issues with the formulas so far from all the shades I tried. I'm just going to quickly apply some mascara and then I will be back. We'll add on some lips and then I'll just end by swatching the Sweet as Honey palette for you. You guys have already seen most of the lip products that I picked up from Focallure. This first one is one of their StayMax powder lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Holloween, which I'll just swatch here for you guys. Oh, I don't know if that was in shot. It's a really rich, opaque kind of berry shade. It's pulling a bit brighter on camera, but it is more of a muted red. I also got some of their, well, these go by two names, so I'm confused because on the box says this is their clay pillowy soft liquid lipsticks, but then when I looked online, I think they call them their Mist Mud, but either way, it's their like clay lipsticks that give you kind of that blotted look or blotted effect. This one is in the shade 203, which I probably will not use because it is a little bit more of like a rosy peach shade, so it's a little too warm toned, I think, but I love the formula of both of these. I really like the bullet lipstick actually. It's a really comfortable bullet lipstick and I love these clay mattes. I tend to gear towards products like this, formulas that are very pillowy, soft, kind of like powder on your lips, so I'm not surprised. I like them. The last one I have is another clay matte and it's in the shade 104, which I think I'm going to use because it's the most neutral and I think it'll work the best with this look. So there's that one. I have tried their liquid lipsticks before, and they're pretty decent as well. I think I prefer these clay mattes though. They're not as long wearing. They definitely don't last through a meal, but they're just, I don't know, they just look nicer on the lips and they're less drying than the liquid lipsticks. So I'm gonna apply the shade, what is this? 104. These ones also taste or smell, I don't know if they taste, I haven't tried them, but they smell like chocolate, like, yeah, just like chocolate. Fudge maybe? I don't know. They smell really, really good. And that is what the shade 104 looks like on the lips. It looks very natural, nothing too intense, and it has that blotted look to it. At least I like it because it gives you kind of that effortless matte lip look. Anyway, that completes this makeup look. I really like the way the look turned out. I love that eyeshadow palette. Oh, I got a swatch Sweet as Honey for you guys. The formula is really good. The mattes are super soft and buttery feeling. The red and the black I was super impressed with because they're super intense. I know I'm gonna like the formula because I like the Paris one, and I'm pretty sure now that I've tried out at least 2 of their palettes, I also have their Sunrise palette. I'm pretty sure their eyeshadow formula is good across the board, but I will definitely be using this palette in another video for you guys. That sums up this makeup look. Let me know what you guys thought of the products. I hope it's not too intense to go to the movies in. I'm like debating taking off the foundation because I'm just not probably gonna be comfortable in foundation, but we'll see about that. So yeah, that completes this video. Thank you again to Focallure for sponsoring this one. I'm overly really impressed and happy with their lineup, at least the products that I've tried. Thank you guys as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and I'll see you in my next one.